great reluctance that I post it anything to consider in light of the change in circumstances. I am too familiar with situations such as these, having engaged with high-profile criminal trials as a career for these years. I never choose my words here wisely and within the appropriate care. First and foremost, with respect to the motions under review, in light of the circumstances and my own comments still to follow, I gave two shits about adding another dozen or more exhibits to this bloated, beached whale of an indictment. Have fun. Okay. With that matter dispatched, I may now move on to particulars of those that interest me. Chief among them, I would like to make one item in particular very clear: that the defendants being under federal remand or having been taken into custody by Interpol, whatever the case may be. From the outside of things, I told Mr. Baylor, as I have said to many about him, that personal level, I found his hoarding acquisition properties and assets of the past few years to be abhorrent, as well as harmful to the public as a whole. It very clearly defended that I have been enlisted in the service solely by virtue of the fact that each and every individual facing criminal charges should be afforded legal counsel, and by every indictment put against it, that's unlikely that any other attorney is willing to have a negative. He also paid me very well for my time. Of course he did, and I had my purchased a very expensive car, so money seemed right. But having laid out the above, regardless of the outcome of my pending motion, summary justice, whatever, is belief that defense counsel, no citizen of San Andreas, that the properties and assets now held by the defendant be dispensed forth within in a manner most beneficial to the public, who's long been deprived opportunity due to like the defendant. The higher bidder auction sickens my stomach and seems to only exacerbate the underlying issue of property in our state. But in the absence of a better idea, I defer to the court's wisdom matter. But there are many enterprising individuals and businesses who have long way to the opportunity to go. All of that doesn't matter. That's not your choice. You're a fucking defense attorney. Last in the matter, regardless of the above, defense counsel motion to dismiss the entire case with prejudice. That's retarded. Regardless of the errors of conduct engaged by the defendant, the case presided by Marcel. It's atrocious and incompetent boondoggle of our taxpayer resources that have been presented here with malice. Not the person truth, not however, merely because the defendant has properties, assets, dependents, the prosecutor simply wanted to take by any means. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. That's a skip. Your honors, review the evidence yourself and observe these reports are illegible. Many of these reports completely disregard statutory law and precedent. Okay, literally these are just random statements. Marshall Sprinkler is either entirely incompetent. This is there's not even like a shred of like a actual argument. Had she properly reviewed her own evidence, she may have realized she was committing the single most egregious violation of customer. Exhibit 136, whereby the defendant triggers countless dozens of citizens have been unlawfully made public due to lack of care on the part of the prosecution. Thus, like this speaks to one of the two negligent criminality in both. It's also what? Does he not know those are public? Marshall Other Branson, brother. $136 is quite literally accountable. What the fuck? Bro. Should be jailed and beaten with Trazians for all eternity. But for my part, I will settle for the loss of employment.
Hello, Director.
I finally had a chance to read the posts. Holy fuck.
Nonsensical bullshit that put.
It's
a lot of words with no actual, like...
substance. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the word. Substance.
Yeah. My favorite part after reading through all the drivel, because the first 70% is just like hyperbole. But finally he gets to actually make a point. He finally makes a point. And that point is summarized as the report number 136 for exposing people's financial information, which is quite literally public. What is...
And it's funny that he pointed out 136 when it's literally like 45 through 146 or 136 are all the same thing. But he only pointed out 136, which tells me that he didn't even read everything.
No, he probably clicked one thing and was like, oh my God. Rah. I don't even think he read the link heading, because it literally says account number 11.
Director, it honestly reads like he ran it through an AI. The fact that he only wrote 136 but not the other ones?
Oh my God. Do you think he put it all in there and then hit the submit button? And then AI was like, possibly. Oh my God, financial records.
Possibly. But I rebutted. I was like, it's strange that you only pointed out 136 when it's the identical information as found in 45 through 135 as well.
Yeah.
And put in that I'm literally required by law to present that information.
Yeah.
He was posting about like all of my reports have a bunch of nonsensical like scratch notes and shit. I'm like, yes, I'm required by law to present that. But then he contests his whole thing of being like, we should...
Murphy Braun...
This is nonsense and malicious.
This
and
is...
Like, you said in your own words that the public has been harmed by this.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, look, I wouldn't read too much into it. This is Murphy's client.
This is Murphy's career dying on the stand.
I trust me, he's done it before. I wouldn't read too much into it, though. Like I said, I know Murphy very well. This is him sort of posturing, right? And I don't think it's any more, any less. Like posturing for those, so you can be like, hey, I told them, have you seen? Because if someone brings up like, oh my God, Murphy, you lost that Braun case. This is the way that he'll be pointing at this and, be like, but blah, 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 blah. And most people, law enforcement as well, are not very familiar with the law, right? And so that can be
they'll just take his word as
weaponized.
Because Marshall versus somebody else.
Well, it's because...
And why would we start with the Marshall? Fuck the Marshalls.
Well, right, exactly. Did you get any word on what's next in terms of like summary judgment?
Nope.
Okay, easy. All right, well.
No clue.
All right, well, I guess we wait and see.
Yeah, pretty much. People wait.
Yep. I'm gonna be mostly trying to... I'm gonna have a short day today, probably another 2 hours, and then I'm gonna relax and get some of the Kanban stuff up. I'm gonna be getting every full Marshall, so that I just got done talking to Ruth. Take a look at Marshall, like on the Kanban, or on the, the database on the link tree. Take a look at Faceless Main and like the two, it's a template effectively, but that entire base is going to be a workspace for us to get used to it, right? But I want us to kind of start making one for every case and breaking up sub tables for the sub investigate. You'll see what I mean when you look at Faceless Main and then Kidnapping 1010. It's got dummy data in it, but I want to get that Kanban up and going. The idea is going to be as follows: is every Marshall we'll have, deputies and rookies that will do like a little, picking who's under who, probably in the next couple days.
Yeah.
And we are going to mandate all our underlings to be keeping cards up and active so that you, me, the others who are commanding the department don't have to hyper micromanage, right? Everyone's got to be self-responsible for putting their shit in there and, if they have nothing to do, seeing what they can pick at. So
Yeah. I'll admit I'll probably be one of the worst at that. I've been the worst at maintaining my cards because I keep everything updated in the MDT.
well, I'll be on your ass. Don't worry. It's gonna be for me. It's gonna be who's doing what, which is extremely important, right? 2, it's gonna ensure ease my mind that we're not missing something because so much shit needs to be done, right, and is easily missed otherwise. But as we get used to this tool will be beneficial for all, right? Because
yeah, sounds about right.
it's our mode of communication. So
Yeah.
that staff thing too, that the only 2 things I want you looking at is the Kanban for now and the staff section. So, like we're gonna fill that out with all our staffing, and then you feel free to add more columns like rank or whatever it might be. That's gonna be our like master document for who's in the staff, who's their direct report, all that kind of jazz. So and then I'm going to migrate it to a more permanent base once we get it all sorted. So
Yeah, sounds good.
okay. Oh yeah.
Let's see, what else do I have? No, that's pretty much it. I've already started the base layer of my internal study, but that's the lowest priority right now.
Yep. Yeah. I'm mostly
Failure and
yeah, easy. Fuck yeah. I think for me I'm being so like on top of this because the sooner we get it up and going, the faster we're
yeah.
less micro, more PD work, So
Yeah.
hell yeah. All right. Well,
Folios are frozen on the 10 or 11 accounts for this week. I don't know if you heard.
yeah, I don't like that.
I mean, I get why though. You know
I
it
get
is,
the
though,
why
right?
too, but to me that sounds like I can probably ask for it, right? If it's a
We
state
can.
matter.
Yeah, we can ask for it. I've already been told. Yeah, you can ask for it, and they'll probably deliver it. But if it's just a general no reason,
Right.
they're denying it on those 2 accounts because of that reason.
Yeah, that makes
and what
sense.
I might do.
This sounds like more of asking IT to delay its thing, So I hope that's been done too, because
well,
I could see.
I have that one program,
we're not
right?
gonna get pissy, but I can imagine someone getting pissy about that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
have
get it too. It's
my
shitty position
locally
there.
run program, right? Where I have where I can input my CSVs and everything. And I'm working with the DOJ so that they can have access to it too and run it locally. Just because it makes it easier for them to review these things. But I'm adding a function in there to allow them to remove those from the readback. So that it's just literally a 1 click and they can deliver it without the auction bids in it.
Oh, okay.
So it's just going to automatically detect it.
I like that. I think getting like over time that landing page I got, like having these tools and they're like, maybe, who knows, maybe we can, there is a thing like, look, there is open source platforms where you can deploy a script, right, with a web interface. So,
Yeah.
listen, marshals are gonna like, this ain't no like, I don't like boring. I don't like same. I like being change. And so like, don't feel like you can't. Exactly. Like, I mean, fuck, listen, if we end up hiring 2 fucking IT nerds, right? that just cook up tools, you know, so that assist people. I don't see that as a bad thing. So I'm not saying do this, but if it's something you want to, you know, research up, don't hesitate.
Yeah, I'm a big transparency nut, right?
Yeah.
What would you ever consider, like, would you think it would be okay, because this is a pretty big project, for me to make a public searchable database of all the FOIA information?
No. And I'm going to tell you why. My gut tells me that's bad because people should be interacting for that, right?
Well, true.
And the second is because we don't have the forensic tools that I would like to personally have, and our ability to be experts in getting this information, we should not be giving that out because
That's fair.
yeah. So if we lived in a society where, you know, GSR lasted more than an hour, if, you know, all these other tools, we have so few to begin with that our internal IP should not be made public, right? Because at that point, you might as just work for the mayor's office, right? You get what I'm saying, right? Like, I mean, so let the criminals do the work if they want to do it, right? And so,
all right.
yeah,
Fine.
yep. But
let's see. I don't really have anything else right now. I'm mostly just kind of vibing. I need to take, whenever I have really big cases like that, I need a break period.
hey, take your break. Hey, you've been crushing it, you know? Yeah. I'm sort of kind of, you know, today's mostly chatting for me and doing just like light patrol around the city. So,
sounds good. I've been messing with my cars. My Gauntlet's a fucking beast right now.
Ooh, okay. That's another thing actually I want to put on. You reminded me. I want to move all our vehicle shit from a report into there, so then we can just click it and see what's upgraded with just tick boxes. Like, oof.
Yeah. You should try my Gauntlet. It's fucking nasty.
I'll have to give that a shot.
I was helping Shift 3 last night. They had a some Zentorno thing.
Yeah.
Was absolutely terrorizing them last night, even though all their interceptors couldn't keep up. And I joined the chase in my Gauntlet, and I was having to feather my gas because I was keeping up with them too hard.
How has Shift 3 been?
It's either extremely slow or absolute chaos. But
well, I mean, like in terms of like marshal stuff, like have you been, you know, have you been getting any hard time in Shift 3?
No, Shift 3 usually respects me pretty well. I mean,
I genuinely think it's like a Shift 1, like just retard behavior, just like bleeding out, right?
Yeah, well, Shift 3 is very upset with Shift 1 right now.
Wait, really? Why?
Oh, yeah, they're pissed at Shift 1.
What?
Because Shift 1 has been forcing promotions on Shift 3.
Oh my god, that's happening in Shift 2 too.
Yeah, they were extremely upset because Shift 3 was preparing Horver for Sergeant, and we're about to promote him, and then Shift 1 just promoted somebody to Sergeant and assigned them to Shift 3 without consulting with Shift 3.
No!
Yeah, and that person doesn't even wake up the last, like, 2 hours of Shift 3.
Is Remy mad?
Remy's just kind of blah. She's neutral to the whole thing. She's used to it.
I was gonna say, like, you know, if you need, don't hesitate to poach. Remy is very good, and I think she could do with guidance on the other side of policing.
I think she's too addicted to patrol. She likes to dabble in investigations, but she's very patrol addicted.
Really? Okay, I didn't realize that.
You'll notice it if you come to Shift 3 sometime and watch.
Understandable. Are you sure that's not the case and not she's been scared away from investigations? Because I do
think
believe
so,
that
'cause I
there's a
talked to
lot
her
of
a
people
lot.
that have gotten scared away from investigations because they have poor role models.
Not
Probably the
wrong.
best way to put it. Because like
I
a
mean,
lot of
she
people,
likes the
like
little
I look
things.
at
She likes
Opal,
interesting stuff.
right, as an example. Like it's so obvious to me that Opal's burnout is because she unfortunately has to listen to dumb fucks making her do all the work, and then those dumb fucks like don't help her when she needs it. So when shit
Yeah.
blows up, it becomes Opal did it instead of, well, why the fuck isn't she getting any help? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
So,
just with my interactions with Remy over the last year,
mm-hmm,
she loves the first phase of investigations.
mm-hmm.
It's the second, third phase that she just doesn't have any interest in. And phase 1 investigations are really strong for patrol.
Oh yeah, where is Wayne?
So
Yeah, makes sense.
she likes to gather the initial info and share the tea with like her colleagues, but then actually compiling it and doing the follow-up, she's not so keen on.
Well, you know, that's not a bad thing to have, right?
Yeah.
Having someone
Yeah,
out
we need
there
people who are aware.
like McNulty is huge. McQuillan being around now is huge because you need that full. Like, I mean, fuck, we saved both mayor's offices today just because we were patrolling around, right? And we responded to it because fucking Springfield, there was 35 local law enforcement on duty and no one was taking the 311s. It was both mayor's offices and one of them got shot in the fucking knee. And it was like, bruh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like it's
Did dispatch make it into a pain? That's the only way they can understand.
oh my god, it's so. I will say I'm not. Listen, I'm a strong defender of BCSO. If they were in the middle of something, I believe it. The rest, not really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just gotta make it into a pain.
It bothers me, I guess. Like if it's like, you know, a judge or like a mayor and it's like people are ignoring that shit. To me, it's kind of cringe, if I'm going to be honest, because it's kind of like if you're viewing the world as just about like fucking bank trucks and shit, it's kind of like, eh. And I really denounce the notion that that there should be any accommodation for that mentality. Because that's the mentality that opens the door for laziness. You know what I mean? One-off situations are one thing, right? Patterns are something else. But, you know.
Yeah, they literally just sit in like group chat on radio, sitting in queue, waiting for the next bean to go off. And they queue up for the next card and they take it. And they're like, oh, that one's taken. Waiting for the next match. Back in the queue.
Yeah. Well, funny if it's why I stopped policing for a while, way back when I came back and I was just like so disheartened because there would be serious shit happening in 911s or whatever, and like you'd ask on radio and it'd be like you get this feeling of like you're bothering everyone with it. You know, I hate that. It's just
No, Brian. That side of the MDT is for EMS. The whole left side of the MDT, that's all EMS stuff. It doesn't have anything to do with PD.
I'm gonna stop thinking about this topic. All right, Springfield, I'll talk to you soon. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the last thing. The person I want to hire, she's closing up her. I'm waiting for her to finish her last 2 cases. Then I'm gonna bring her on. Apparently, she has FTO experience, and I've already talked to like Sky and some of the other Skylar Sparks. And so my plan is I want her to ride with night shift PD, and they're already interested that if she wants to, once they're comfortable with it and they pass her on for it, that she would be able to help FTO night shift on patrol stuff. And so she would basically be my night shift
I want you to
officer.
hold your horses on that. I'm glad that you're excited about it, but I think, and I want you to hold her horses on it if she's on that energy as well. Okay, good,
I
good,
haven't told
good.
her any of that.
So it is important that our success in SASM goes beyond the courtroom, goes beyond, you know, the technicalities that we deal with, right? And I want to make sure
Yeah.
that we indoctrinate her in the right direction, because there is and until I am confident she's aligned, and then she gets to deputy, then let's open up those topics. And the reason I say that, right, is I'm excited too, but I'm also well aware that overexcitement and us jumping the gun before someone is truly ready can lead to turmoil, right? And I point at examples of the past, you know, SASM, or even local PD, where they've sped run into giving people all this stuff when high key there's been questions, right, about making that, about alignments, right? Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. She's going to be a rookie.
Yes.
And I'm going to make sure that she understands to me, the rookie phase is making sure you can read the room. And you can understand the temperature of our department.
Very good. Okay. This is why I fuck with you, Jessica. You get it. You get it.
Yeah,
and so this is not to say she can or
technicals.
can't. I just don't know, right? It's the same reason McNulty came in as a rookie and Aldo came in a rookie, because I don't want anyone to ever get the impression that just because someone's my friend or I know them, that they're getting to skip the phase, because some people are going to need more time than others, right? And some of the expectations that I have, but also that I'm aware of as to, you know, how we should be, let's put it.
Yeah.
I need to find a way to massage it into folks, right? So that they are long-term successful and they don't end up, unbeknownst to them, making a mistake that is perceived as more egregious than they realize, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking for the key signals in rookie phase of them being like asking for permission. Something doesn't seem like, I think I can do this, but maybe I should double check instead of just pulling out an APC and declaring.
That's it. Thank you. Yes. Like McAllister, I think in so many ways is great. I think he's a prime example. And what I really defend McAllister on is the man, we knocked him down a couple pegs. That man, when I pull him fucking aside and I tell him something, the man, he's listening when he knows it's serious.
Yeah.
Right? And because I don't want to see him fail. I want to see him succeed. And I want that of some of these other folks as well, is that I don't want to look at these people as a convenience to me and a convenience to you because they're bringing something to the table on the short term. And then in future, you know what? Fuck it. We'll just replace them. No. We want these people to be cornerstones for years to come.
We're not building a group to have high turnover like local police.
Yes, that's exactly it. Right.
All right, Director.
Okay.
I appreciate the conversation.
Yep, absolutely.
I'll let you get back to it.
You take care. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Yeah, I know what this role does. Being a marshal can break some folks. There's a lot of behaviors I grossly disagree with that has been established far too long in other departments. That's my opinion. That is my demand to change that. And what that means is people are bringing in. Sparks brings so much value, I think, to the department. And I want to make sure she succeeds. I don't want her looked at as like, oh shit, we